The key word here is continuous, which means that the action is still in progress. In this aspect, perfect continuous tenses behave exactly like continuous tenses. The action is in progress. However, perfect continuous tenses are not only in progress, they also tell us when exactly the process started. We have a period of time during which this process has been going on. Compare, I am working now. We only see the process. We see that the action is happening now. I have been working for 3 hours. We see that the action is happening now. We also see that the action started 3 hours ago. That's the reason why we normally use for and since with perfect continuous tenses. Because these tenses are always about two main things. A process, a period of time this process has been going on for. Present perfect continuous. I have been teaching English since 2006. What I say here is that I am teaching English now. It's still my job. And I started teaching English back in 2006. Past perfect continuous. I had been teaching English for 5 years when I was offered a job in China. What I say here is that I was teaching English in the past. That process lasts for 5 years. And while I was still teaching and intended to continue teaching, I was offered a job in China. Future perfect continuous. I will have been teaching English for 22 years by the time I turn 40. What I say here is that I'm teaching English now, I will still be teaching when I turn 40, and I will be doing that for 22 years, and I'm not planning to stop teaching. I'll continue teaching after I turn 40 as well. Finally, let's add perfect continuous tenses to the text you must have learned by heart by now. I'm an English and IELTS trainer. I'm also a course developer. I'm the developer of this course as well. I have designed it fully by myself and I haven't used any other sources at all. Just my own experience and knowledge. I've been working in this field since 2008. My working days are very similar to one another. I wake up at about 7 in the morning, then I do my morning yoga or fitness exercises, which is always great, as I feel amazing after that. Then I take a shower, get dressed, have breakfast, and start my working day. But today is different. I didn't have time for my morning routine because I had to prepare for the video shoot. I'd been preparing for the video shoot for 2 weeks before I finally booked the studio. So now I'm in the studio where I'm recording a course on the system of English tenses for you. Later this week, I'll be editing all the videos so you can start using them as soon as possible. A few years ago, when I was in China, I was employed at a huge international school called Wall Street English. I taught English, international tests, and developed course materials for the school. I remember I'd been working on one of the projects for a few months when suddenly my boss came in and said that he was very happy with my work and he had decided to promote me. He said that he'd been planning my promotion for a while. I was very pleased. I liked my job very much, but I missed my family and friends. Also, I wanted to start my own project and do things my way. So I quit and started my own English and IELTS training center. Maybe one day I'll go back to China as an invited expert, but I don't think I'll want to stay there long. I'll come back to Europe where I belong, and I'll have lived here for several years before I move somewhere else.